The film begins with a break-in by a real professional Miller Graham and his partner Kevin Reyes. Inside the safe, they discover a security alarm sensor. An accomplice in the theft, police officer Ian Zwick, overhears on the radio that the cops are being directed to the break-in location. He stages an attack on himself by Kevin and then eliminates him. Zwick detains Miller and orders him to stay silent about Kevin and Zwick's own criminal activities. He threatens Miller that if he doesn't comply, his fiancée Beth Fisher and their little daughter Lindsay will face trouble. After serving 10 years in prison, Miller is released. He is met by Frank, who once tried to become a guardian for him and Kevin. Frank unofficially hires Miller as a locksmith. Miller calls Beth and informs her that he's been released. He asks to meet his daughter Lindsay. Beth, who works in the same police department as Zwick, had to work twice as hard to raise her daughter. The girl wants to be sure that Miller won't leave Lindsay again, and Miller promises to prove that he genuinely wants to create a complete family. The next day, Miller starts working, installing locks for developer Garrett Field. He was recommended for the job by Kevin's sister, April Reyes, who rents one of the apartments. April comes to Miller and asks for help, saying she needs money. Frank advises him not to take risks and to focus on reuniting with his family. Detectives Perez and Jones stop Miller's car. Zwick, who is about to retire, informs him that they are his successors. Beth asks Miller to pick up Lindsay from school. The curious girl asks her father to show her how to pick locks. April tells Miller that Garrett organizes entertainment for wealthy men. Garrett mistreats the girls working for him, including April, who wants to escape to another city but needs money. Miller doesn't want to break the law anymore, but feels guilty towards April for not being able to protect Kevin. He agrees to help her. Miller and April go to Garrett's house, where he has organized a poker game for businessmen from other cities. Perez, Jones and Zwick provide security for the party. Miller collects money and then defeats Zwick, who discovered him. Miller manages to escape but drops his tools. The next day, April doesn't answer Miller's calls. Beth's acquaintance Tanya, who also works for Garrett, goes to her house. Tanya saw Miller coming to see April, who had suddenly disappeared. Tanya asks for help finding April and provides information on Garrett and Zwick. Beth shows a video from a flash drive to the department head, Stern, who asks to find another witness besides Tanya. Miller breaks into Garrett's place demanding to know where April is. Garrett confesses that she is with Zwick. It turns out that April and Zwick are in cahoots. The bandit learns from Garrett that Miller was the attacker and then eliminates him. Beth brings her daughter to Miller. He tells her about Zwick's blackmail and his decision to help April. Beth says there is evidence to put Zwick behind bars. Perez and Jones break into Stern's office, learn about the flash drive, and report everything to Zwick. Then Perez and Jones go to Miller. While protecting Miller and Lindsay, Frank dies, but Jones pays for his crimes. Perez manages to take Lindsay with him. Zwick calls Miller, demands money in exchange for his daughter, and sets up a meeting. April, who only wanted a portion of Garrett's money and never meant to harm Miller or Lindsay, reveals their location at a motel. The girl is freed from handcuffs and Beth eliminates Perez. April saves Miller from Zwick and is then taken to the police. Miller takes 2 jobs and Beth is promoted to lieutenant. At the end of the film, the parents enjoy Lindsay's performance at a concert.